Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm a research and teaching academic in communications at the School of Arts of Murdoch University with the Singapore office. I've worked in Singapore's media sector for over 14 years, and while at the Media Development Authority of Singapore, I was seconded to the industry division with the previous Ministry of Information, Communications and the Arts for about 2 years. And before that, I was with the Singapore Broadcasting Authority, and my work spanned many areas, including industry development, public service broadcasting, international co-productions, market policy, international relations, ASEAN relations, and of course, marketing communications. Now, having worked with the public sector, the media industry, and also having lived in many different countries, I'm keenly interested in social, cultural, technological, and economic developments related to a range of areas: global, Asian, new media, communications, arts, design thinking, creative industries, and of course, literacy. I'm also very passionate about collaborative work. I'm a firm believer in lifelong learning and very keen in cross-disciplinary and innovative research projects. So you may ask, why choose Murdoch University? One is that the university is ranked in the world's top 100 universities under 50 years old, according to Times Higher Education 2016. We at the university is recognized by the Australian government. As a result of that, we understand in Singapore, candidates with a degree from a university accredited by the home country may be considered for appointment with the Singapore Public Service. The degree will be the same as that awarded to on-campus graduates in Murdoch University in Perth, Australia. There are a lot of journalism degrees out there. Some offer a broad overview of the field, and others with a specialized focus from the start of the program. Now, for us at Murdoch University, our journalism degree will give you a skill set that will set you apart from other graduates in this very competitive line of work. But the role of journalism is in many ways changing with technology, and we will provide you with skills that will help you get jobs. So, while we consider the way forward in a very rapidly changing landscape, at the heart of what we do is still the craft of journalism. And what is that? That is nailing down the who, the what, when, where, the why, and how. Knowing how to behave ethically and legally while getting it right and done on time is the bedrock that we have built our course upon. We apply those basics to units like video journalism, online and mobile reporting to equip you for the workplace. And our final so-called capstone unit, digital newsroom, sees students working in a newsroom with tight deadlines in a real-world environment. Here are 5 reasons why you should study journalism. Do a self-check and consider the following, for example. The field of journalism is evolving to accommodate the digital landscape. Everybody knows that. And Murdoch University's journalism program is keeping pace with these changes. This willingness and drive to grow, learn, question, expand, emerge, adapt are all important for prospective and current journalism professionals. Are you naturally inquisitive? Some people are naturally curious and intent on getting to the bottom of things. So if you don't stop pressing until you get the full story, a career in journalism may be right for you. It takes a special kind of person not to only be inquisitive, but to also be determined to get information out of people who don't want to give it up so easily or quickly. Then, if you also like telling people about what you've discovered, then journalism is very much for you. A second reason: does telling people's stories excite you? Do you like finding out what makes a person tick and peeling their layers? Do you want to listen more than talking? Perhaps getting to the bottom of someone's story and retelling it elegantly or eloquently is at the heart of what we teach you to do. So for natural storytellers, a career in journalism could be for you. Check as well whether do you love to write? A love of writing is key to a career in journalism. We recognize that words tell stories. While we teach you how to tell stories through different mediums like video, audio, and still pictures and words, words are always at the heart of what journalists do. And we will do that. We will teach you to write in a way that engages audiences and pulls them into the essence of the story that you are trying to tell. And another feature of journalism is if you prefer not to work in a 9-to-5 office environment, journalism may be right for you too. News does not stop once a typical workday is over. And as a journalist, you'll probably find yourself covering assignments and interviewing subjects at all hours of the day and night. It's your job to inform your audience about their world. And our world never ever stops. So as well, very few days are the same. Every day will be different. And most of the time, you won't know what the day holds for you until your first contact with the newsroom. It could be a story related to a crime, about a childcare center, or even interviewing the Prime Minister. And that's the beauty of this job. You never know where you will go. Here are just a few of the most common career options in journalism. So if you graduate with a journalism degree, you're likely to look at some of these possibilities out there. First, in media and print. Most journalism roles carry an online element. So regardless if you work in print or in online, both require online elements. The sort of job that you might get could include writing news, feature articles for newspapers, magazines or websites, either as a permanent staff member or as a freelance journalist. You definitely need excellent writing skills to be able to present new information in an original, attention-grabbing way using the technologies with which we are all becoming familiar. As your career progresses, you will develop your own style, and then you may choose then to specialize in writing about a particular field, such as politics or crime, perhaps like sports, travel, or even finance. So there's a whole range for you to specialize in if you're keenly interested in any of these areas. There's also journalism careers in radio and television. There are opportunities both in front of the camera, if you like that, or microphone, as well as behind the scenes. Jobs like being a reporter or presenter, producer, an editor, a researcher, or a director. You may be involved in overseeing the content of a broadcast, perhaps presenting the content, finding interviewees and locations, or working on the technical sides of things. Now, to get a job in this very competitive sector, you'll need to be highly creative and imaginative, able to work under pressure and meet tight deadlines, be willing to work long and often irregular hours, but the skills you need are delivered through a program such as ours at Murdoch University. First off, we teach things such as digital news gathering and reporting, which examines the professional role that journalists play. And we introduce students to skills of news gathering and reporting. You will be introduced to a range of issues, from media law, ethics to the culture of news. Moving on, we'll also be teaching you things such as online and mobile journalism, which prepares students for work in an online news environment. You will research, write, and edit news stories. Then you will upload them to a content management system. And you will also produce social media content to promote your own content. We then move on to video journalism, and you will be taught video storytelling skills, which is so vital today. Finally, there's also Digital Newsroom, our pride and joy, basically our capstone unit, which gives students the opportunity to put to practice theory and technical skills acquired during the entire course. So it exposes students to practical realities and pressures of news gathering. And students will take on the role of journalists, be required to produce stories, print, online, and broadcast for Murdoch's on-campus news service, The Balance. Finally, my last advice to you, choose wisely. Be true to yourself and go for passion and think critically. At Murdoch, we believe in being free thinkers and dynamic creators.